fellow humans. I've been watching the news. There's so much of it, believe me. Oh, my goodness. But the one thing that struck me is Kid Rock's restaurant has had to close due to the fact that the immigrants that used to run it, do the dishwasher, the cooking, the cleaning, everything didn't show up because they were told ICE was going to show up. So they didn't come. And they're not going to come back. So he had to close his restaurant. Thoughts and prayers. Wow. So, with that said, I always seem to have a story about somebody. Well, I have a story about Kid Rock. And this was many, many years ago. I could look it up. It might be 91, 90, somewhere around in there. I don't remember. I was contacted because back in those days we had yellow pages. And I had an entertainment company here locally. So they called me and wanted to know if I could do a singing telegram because I had that listed for Wycliffe Jean. Now, if you don't know who that is, he was in the Fugees. And he's gone on to have a wonderful career and, you know, a lot of stuff going on. Look him up, you'll see. What had happened was his band members had been teasing him with a gal named Sugar Bear. I think it was Sugar Bear. And she would contact him and just flatter him and tell him, oh, you're the best. I love you. I'm your number one fan and all these things. And they would just like go on and on. This is the beginning of, you know, really the internet and all this kind of stuff going on. And so it was his band members that were doing this, right? And they never sent a picture of what she looked like. He always wanted to know what she looked like, but they never sent a picture. So when they were coming here to play, who was coming? Who was it? Oh, dear. MTV rocking the campus. You can look it up. I can't remember. But anyway, they were rocking San Luis Obispo. We have Cal Poly. And so they were rocking the campus. And they hired me, the band members, to be Sugar Bear. And they wanted to be, I was about 45 and weighed about 200 pounds. And they wanted me to be as frumpy and as undesirable as possible. So there I picked a housewife kind of dress. I did my makeup like Mimi from the Drew Carey show, which was bright blue, shadow, eyelashes, oh my gosh, and Lucy lips, big Lucy lips. I mean, my lips, and that was before all these big lip gals that you see nowadays, so it was really striking. And anyway, I was in the audience. They gave me a ticket and they shuffled me in, and I was to the side where, you know, nobody could really see me. Although there were, up there were a lot of hot black girls that were just like waiting, hoping that, you know, somebody would recognize them. They were cute as hell, and they kept looking over at me like, what is she doing here? Well, anyway, then they, during a segment, they came back and told me, we're gonna do you next. And they had a big curtain out front, and you could walk around, go up some stairs, and there was a platform because that was part of the stage. But then they had a big curtain, and so I went up there. Oh my goodness, some of the best pot I've ever smelled was back there. So they were really indulging, having a good time. So I was standing back there waiting, and you know, the show's going on. They're filming it, so I have never seen the film. I would love to see it if anyone has it. If they know where I can find it, that would be fabulous. But anyway, I'm back there. and they're teasing him, and one of the band members came up and they were telling him, "Guess who we have here for you?" And he was like, "Who?" And they said, "Sugar Bear." And so he was like excited. He was going, "Really?" And all this and everything. And so, I mean, they were building it up, and I'm in the back just like laughing my butt off. And so finally I crashed through the curtains and I said, "Honey bun!" And I had my arms out. He took one look at me and he went, "Ah!" I went running for him because I wanted a kiss, and I let him know that. I said, "Give me a kiss, you sweet little thing." And he started running. Oh my God, it was the funniest thing I ever saw. I almost didn't stay in character. And I started running after him and everything and running around. I finally did catch him, and I got a big kiss on the side with the big like lips on him and everything. And then they told him it was a joke. One of the funniest singing telegrams I ever had. Now, when I get back to the Kid Rock thing, now before that happened, or it was either before or after that happened, I'm not really sure. They had in the hallway in the back food, I mean like food. A wonderful setup of everything that you'd want to eat and drink. And so they told me that I could indulge. So I said, okay. So I went back there and I did. And I was like enjoying my time. All of a sudden, here comes Kid Rock. No, it isn't. Yes, it is. And so he's like getting his food and everything. He says, "Hey." I said, "Hey." And somehow we got talking. Like somehow I'm yakking at everybody. And I told him, I said, I don't allow my kids to listen to you. And I think Corey was like 12 and Heidi was 14, something like that. They were big fans, but I was just not having it. I didn't like it. I didn't like the way he talked about women. I didn't like anything. So I said, "You guys can't listen to him. Find someone else." Well, I told him the story about me banning them from listening to him, and I had been gone for a couple hours on a job. And as I was coming up the driveway, they didn't see me. I could hear Kid Rock blaring from my 6-foot wooden speakers. I mean, I had 6 of them. So, I mean, they rattled windows. So I could hear it. And so as I'm coming up, and I mean, I'm almost there, and all of a sudden, it goes to like, I don't know, Journey, something else. And I walk up and I ask the kids, "How you doing?" "Oh, yeah, it's okay." I knew what they did, and I told them I knew what they did. And I told Kid Rock this. And I said, "Well, since then, I've sort of kind of liked your music. I've listened to it, and there's a bunch of it. I get it." And, fast forward. Oh, he's a mess. He's an absolute mess. Oh my God, I feel sorry for him. I really do. That child. Anyway, gotta love whatever we all have different opinions about things and everything, and you get what you voted for, dear. And you're on the wrong side of the fence. And I hope you realize it soon. I hope a whole bunch of people realize it soon. Because we can't sustain this much longer. This is ridiculous. The way we're treating people, it's inhumane. And I'm furious. If I knew what I could do, I'm 69 fucking years old. Even going out to protest is a big deal. It's time for the young people, and I'm sorry we leave you with this. It just infuriates me. We've come so far to come so far back. Do you really want to leave your grandchildren and people, your family members, the next generation, to have this in their lives where they can barely make it? They're committing suicide. They're being told they're not good enough constantly, somehow, some way. This isn't the world. I know this isn't the world I want to live in. I don't know what to do other than just to be kind when I can and help when I can. But my resources are getting smaller and smaller as I get older and older. I wish I'd win the lottery. I'd open homeless shelters. I would do so much. Elon Musk, you motherfucker. Yeah, I'm going to say it. You motherfucker. You got enough money to open up shelters, homeless shelters, battered women's shelters, anything, food banks. You could be a hero where people would, everywhere you went, people would get on their knees and thank you. But no, you want to be an asshole with your money that you've been blessed with. I am mad. God damn it, I am mad. Do better, 'cause we can.